Before he was BloodHound Q50, he was just Cornelius. No street rep, no records, no respect. Just a quiet 4'11" freshman with a dome so big you could see your future in it. 2018, high school hallways. Cornelius was a walking lick, not for money, but for jokes. Every day, he got slapped in the back of his neck like it was a game. Some dudes would hit the forehead just to hear the echo. But here's the thing, it wasn't just bullying, it was relentless. He'd sit down in class and someone behind him would say, "Yo, Cornelius, can you tilt your head down? The glare off your forehead messing up my notes." That wasn't once, that was every day. Teachers ain't even defend him no more. They'd just say, ignore it and move on. So Cornelius started learning how to disappear. Hoodie up, eyes low, always looking at the floor. Still didn't help. He couldn't hide his forehead if he wore 2 ski masks. And even though he was small, Cornelius swore he was gonna make the league. Thought he was CP3's long-lost cousin. Only problem? Folks couldn't hoop to save his life. He tried out for JV his freshman year. First day, got dunked on in warm-ups. Not in a scrimmage. Warm-ups. The team manager threw it off the backboard, caught it with 2 hands and yammed it, causing Cornelius to land on his neck. Coach kept him around, but not to play. They used him to run drills. He was basically a moving cone. He was so short, people practiced floaters over him. One time, this junior named Trey brought his 12-year-old cousin to open gym. The little dude crossed Cornelius so bad, he spun and hit the wall, then got dunked on. People recorded it, threw "Rip Cornelius" captions on it, and posted it on Snap. That's when something in him snapped. It started small. He began stealing stuff. First it was pencils, pens, highlighters, then it was calculators, phone chargers, AirPods. By sophomore year, Cornelius had a locker stash like it was a pawn shop. People started noticing. One dude lost his Beats headphones and Cornelius was seen wearing them the next day like nothing happened. But he didn't care. It was the only thing he had control over. Stealing gave him a sense of power when everything else made him feel weak. By senior year, nobody really messed with him anymore. Not out of respect, but because they outgrew the jokes. But the damage was already done. Cornelius was quiet, cold, and numb to everybody around him. He graduated in 2022. No awards, no honors, no prom date. Just him, a black cap and gown, and a forehead that still got whispers as he walked across that stage. That summer, everything changed. He linked with Bloodhound Lil Jeff, one of the only dudes who didn't look down on him. Jeff had a little basement studio, barely working. They started recording freestyles just for fun. But when Cornelius stepped up to the mic, it was different. All that pain, that embarrassment, that anger, it came out in the verses. He wasn't rapping like no SoundCloud kid trying to chase clout. He was rapping like somebody who had been silent for years and finally had a voice. And that's when Cornelius died and BloodHound Q50 was born. But he wasn't just rapping now. He was moving different, dressing different, hanging with people he wouldn't even look at back in school. And that soft, awkward nerd with the big head, he was gone. Only problem was, the new version of him, he was headed down a path even worse. Cornelius ain't make it out, but BloodHound Q50, he just stepped in. And from what it's looking like, this ain't the rise, this the Crashout. Part 2 coming soon.